my wonderful friends. How are you doing? I miss you so much. So I'm going to make a little video for you on how to do what we call mean as a balance point. So if you think back to the 5th grade, the mean of a data set was the average, right? You would literally like add up all the data pieces. So I would do like 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 3 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 8 plus 9. And I would get the sum, and then I would divide that by 10 because we have 10 dots kind of on the screen. There's another way that you can do the mean. It's called the mean as a balance point by actually moving the data pieces towards the center. So if you think about like balancing a utensil like a fork or a spoon on your finger, the balance point is kind of like where the weight is equal on both sides, kind of like that perfect middle spot. So when we do mean as a balance point, we literally move one piece of data at a time towards the center. So you move kind of low, then high, low, then high. So this is how it goes. So I start with my lowest data point, this number 1. Oh my gosh, why isn't it moving? Let's do it right here. All right, here we go. So I start with this number 1 and I move it just one space over. And then I go to the number 9, the biggest, and I move one space. I go low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high. And I keep going, smallest to biggest, smallest to biggest, smallest to biggest, smallest to biggest, low, high. And then I have 2 more that I can move, and I can go low and then high. Now this one works out perfectly. All of the numbers end up on the 5, which means the balance point for that data set was 5. 5 was the mean, right? I could have added all those numbers up. I would have gotten a sum of 50 divided by 10. Boom, I would have gotten 5. So this is how you find the mean of it as a balance point if you actually can move the pieces of your data set. A lot of times that doesn't happen, right? So you get something like this, right? Where we get this kind of more traditional, like this is just an image, right? I can't literally move those dots. So in this situation, the Desmos calculator is super handy dandy. So if you can see both of those now, which I'm pretty sure you can, we'll just hope. All right, so here's my balance. Here's my data set, right? I'm going to cover up our words just a little bit, but here's our data set, right? Kind of over here. So I have my, my dot plot is what that's called. So if I open up my Desmos calculator, this is kind of the screen that opens up, this kind of main tab. But if you go to function and go down to where it says mean, the Desmos calculator will actually do all of this hard work for you. So if you look here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4s. So I'm going to list them like 4, oh my gosh, hold on. Here we go. 4, 4, 4. So you list all of the data points, but separate them by a comma. And then I have 4 5s. So comma, 1, 2, 3, 4 5s. I have 2 6s. So comma, 1, 2 6s. I have 1 7 and 1 8. So the mean of this data set, or the balance point, is this 5.363 blah 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 blah, right? So we'll round it to 4 would be the balance point or the mean of this data set. So that calculator is super handy. If you have any questions, let me know, but that's the basics of what you need to know about mean as the balance point.